Hello everyone, my name is Chant and I'll be your first host for today. We'll start the session with a short intro to Shure as a company and highlight our markets of focus. Then we'll talk about some of the challenges we faced in the market and how it ultimately led with us partnering up with Logitech. Then I'll hand over the microphone to Abraham, who will in turn give Logitech's side of the story and why they chose Shure as a global partner. After that, Ritender will take over and go through the products, bundles, and solution with a small demo for you. Well, we're pretty excited here. So without further ado, let's kick off our webinar. Most of you have seen this microphone. Some of you know it as the classic microphone, or maybe the Elvis microphone. I just hope I'm not the only one old enough to know who Elvis is. What most of you might not know is this is actually a Shure microphone. Shure was established in 1925 by Mr. Sidney Shure. Our company has been in business for many years, 95 years to be exact. Its most important principles have been practiced from the beginning, and today it's still the same old story. We know very well that absolute perfection cannot be attained, but we will never stop striving for it. Those are the words of our founding father, which we still live by today. Sound is our business. We've been manufacturing audio products since day one for 95 years. Our international reputation is built on twin foundations, performance and reliability. Our emphasis in maintaining high standards. This is the way it is. This is the way it has been, and this is the way we will keep it. We're an American company, and our headquarters is in Chicago. From humble beginnings to over 30 sales offices across the globe, our products are sold to over 120 countries today. There's probably no country in the world in which our products are not used and respected. So what do we manufacture and to whom do we cater to? Well, our portfolio splits into three verticals, or categories if you'd like. Musicians and consumer audio, professional audio, and integrated systems. We come from the stage. That's in our DNA. Artists, performers, and public figures have been trusting Shure for over 90 years. They all rely on our microphones and audio solutions. It's the only method to get their voices and messages across to their audiences. In the last few years, Shure has put a lot of focus on systems products and created reliable solutions for the corporate and educational environment, amongst others. The same way that singers need perfect audio to make a living, or public figures need perfect audio to get support for their cause, corporations need reliable audio to effectively engage with their clients and teams. Depending on customers' needs and application requirements, our solutions range from basic entry-level plug-and-play wired microphones, digital array microphones offering much more flexibility and coverage with built-in software intelligence, wireless range of AV conference microphones, and we offer a complete out-of-the-box audio solution from input to output. Although we've been in the AV conferencing market for some time, it wasn't until the launch of our award-winning MXA series of microphone that we made our mark in this sector. The MXA 910 really set the benchmark for others and set the standards on how a modern meeting room or classroom or any conferencing application should be like. Yes, we've been successful in penetrating the space, but it wasn't that easy. During our engagement with our market development activities, we faced a big challenge with customers and their understanding on what is important in a video conferencing application. Our surveys and research showed that 55% of users complained or had challenges in audio quality, 30% in video, and 15% complained about ease of use. Yet, those same people, when asked where they invested their money in, 45% said in video, 30% in making the system easy to use, and a surprising 25% in audio. Do you see what's wrong here? Everyone complained about audio, yet no one was willing to invest in a proper audio solution. Without proper audio, ladies and gentlemen, you'll not have an effective meeting. Our research also showed that customers wanted to have easy deployment, cost-effective solutions, bring your own device, user-friendly, and a complete solution. So where did our findings lead us? By pairing Shure Network Systems with Logitech Video Conferencing Collaboration solution, we would deliver an unparalleled communication experience to your meeting rooms. Why Logitech? Logitech designs products that have an everyday place in people's lives, connecting them to the digital experience they care about. Together, we're helping transform the way you collaborate, opening up new possibilities and eliminating boundaries with innovative, affordable, beautifully designed video conferencing solutions. What's more, our solutions are Microsoft Teams and Zoom certified. That's it from me for now. I'll hand over the microphone to Abraham, and I will talk to you guys again later towards the end of our event. Thanks. Abraham?
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Sean. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, gentlemen, ladies. My name is Abraham. I'm based out of Dubai. I'm the head of video collaboration for GCC region at Logitech. Today, what we're going to discuss is about the story of Logitech and Shure together. But before going there, we will talk about Logitech and about our portfolio, how we started our business. Like the great story, what Sean talked about Shure, the kind of customer confidence with Shure, Logitech also boasts about these things. And next slide, Ritin. Before any story, one of the things which I want to discuss about is the new normal. Now, video collaboration or video chatting, video conferencing, all of these things are part of our new life. No thanks to COVID. It has already been part of our life, but COVID was a great catalyst in adoption of video conferencing. It's not just in the corporate life or your office life or home education, whatsoever it might be. Video conferencing has been part of our life already. On the next slide, what we would see is that our great leaders in the region has implemented video collaboration. And they have been using video collaboration to run the government, run the collaboration, meeting people. And it's a proud moment for us too. If you look at those pictures, you can see Logitech as one of the products which they use extensively. Another new normal. Next slide, Ritin. Now, we'll move on to discuss who we are, what is our history, and how we came into being in video collaboration. On the next slide, what you would see is the first product of Logitech. Few might know it, few might not be old enough to know it. It was in 1982, Logitech came with that product. It was a mouse. While that technology is today nothing, I would say, in a technology perspective, at that point of time, mouse was a very sought after technology. Logitech saw the possibility with a mouse, took that technology, made it plug and play and easy to use for consumers like you and me. 1982, to put things into the right perspective, is 2 years before Macintosh. That's how old it was. That's when Logitech as a company came into being. On the next slide, what you would see is that with that go-to-market with a mouse, with that idea of taking a niche technology and making it plug and play, we went to the market with multiple other products, like, for example, the keyboards, which you know about, the presentation clicker, which you know about. We started the gaming division. We started the music division, and video collaboration was another division which we started. So in a nutshell, we are an accessory company and the world's largest accessory company. But it was not just that. What we have transferred into was from an accessory to a cloud accessory company. All our product portfolio are today connected to the cloud. And we are proud to say that we are one of the largest companies in the world when it comes to cloud peripherals. Next slide, please. As a company, like Shure, we have a very big global network. We are roughly around 7,000 employees, roughly $3 billion of business. Our fiscal report is yet to be announced for last year, which ended in March. Please wait for it. It's going to be a big announcement, a lot of growth. We are present across in 100 countries. But all that is just numbers. What we are really proud about is this fact that we every week ship 2.5 million products a week. Now, that's not something any company in the world, or only a few companies, I would say, can boast about. Now, that shows our capabilities as a company, our logistics power, our presence, but more than that, the trust the customer has put on Logitech products. Next slide, please. Now, just a bit of a story of where we started from. Our company started in Switzerland. That's where our founding fathers set up Logitech to invent a cool way to go to market with a mouse. Like the story of the Microsoft and the Dells and the HP here, engineers coming together in their parents' garage. Our story was not too far like that. But in Switzerland, garages were less, I believe, and our story started in a barn in Switzerland. Three engineers came together to develop a plug and play approach to some certain niche technology. That's where we started. We are a product of Switzerland. But during the Silicon Valley rush, we also moved our corporate office to USA in Silicon Valley while maintaining our head office in Switzerland. We manufacture most of our products. That means we have our own factories. That is one of our specialties, and our factories are today present in Asia. Next slide. Now, we'll talk about the story of video collaboration. Where did we start from? How was our history of video collaboration? Now, some people, and I'm pretty sure most of you have seen this device. Now, this device have two stories to it. There's our first story of Logitech on video collaboration. Secondly, that's a first product in the market when there was a software for video conferencing available on internet. Now, the video chatting, which we all know many years back, right? And the only way video chat or video conferencing could actually happen on internet if you have this webcam. So Logitech took the idea of webcam, or pretty much they say that we coined the word web camera, website and the camera put together. And that story started by building towards a plug and play device, which you can just connect into your PC and you're ready to go with a video conferencing. 20+ million units of Skype certified units being sold to the market, 20 years of experience in video. That's when our story of video conferencing happened. But on the next slide, what you would see, we took that plug and play concept, we put it on the webcam. But what we also did, develop products around the webcams. We took our experience and put that experience in meeting rooms. What we were able to do, we were able to manufacture a very reliable, affordable video conferencing endpoint for meeting rooms. And that's the story we're going to talk about today. Next slides, please. This information might come in as a surprise for few of you. Maybe few of you know Logitech as a video collaboration company because of your experience. Last year, the video collaboration as a category grew 44%, the largest ever growth in video collaboration business in any part of the world. Today, we are #1 market share holder in meeting rooms by volume. That pretty much means that we sell, or the customers buy, Logitech video collaboration devices much more than anybody else in the market. By revenue, we are #2. Naturally, there are some vendors who have very high-end costly products, which of course we don't. Our average selling price is much more lower. Our market share is so big that our total volume of rooms which we are able to sell every year is much more higher than the second, third, and the fourth competitors of ours. Next slide, please. Fast forward, what are we today? We own pretty much 50% of the market share in Fortune 500 companies. That means 50% of the Fortune 500 countries today trust in Logitech video conferencing products. That was not just it. In 2018, last year, 40% of the video rooms sold in the world has been Logitech. That means almost 1 out of the 2 video systems sold in the world has been Logitech. How were we able to achieve that huge growth? How were we able to get that trust of the customer? Now, these are the few things, and the products, what we were able to grow is going to be on the next slide. Now, just before the products, it's very important you as a customer, you as a partner, to understand the video collaboration as a industry in the market. Chant presented great slide, great study on the audio and the video aspects. Now, what we are touching is the target addressable market. Now, when I say pre-2017, I'm talking about the conventional or the traditional or legacy video conferencing era, where customers buy this very costly endpoints which are very difficult to buy because they are very pricey. The implementation charges are heavy, and the cost of owning these products are extremely costly too. Because of these certain reasons, but the fact that video conferencing is an amazing technology even yesterday and today too, but just because of the fact of affordability and easiness to maintain, the target addressable market was extremely small, roughly around 2%. Why 2%? Because those were the type of companies who could actually afford buying and maintaining video collaboration. But things changed. Not just in 2017, there was an evolution of cloud-based video collaboration platforms in the market. What has happened is Microsoft's with Skype for Business, Team, Google, Zoom, all these great companies have come forward with very reliable, trustworthy cloud solution on video, and that too in high definition. What has happened though with them being on the market, you pay on a monthly basis. What you do get out of the whole thing is the cost of owning a video collaboration system has gone down a lot, almost near to 80%, while maintaining better quality, affordability, as well as ease of use. So this enabled a large portion of the market to adopt into video. Today, we say 70% of the market is ready for video collaboration. That's a huge growth. Our target addressable market has grown immensely. But that was not it. What happened during COVID was it put a catalyst effect. That means the kind of growth of adoption of video collaboration exploded during the COVID. While COVID was a very tough situation for all of us, when it comes to video, video became a tool to communicate because that gives, whether be at home or in office, a great tool to communicate. And I would even say today, the target addressable market is 90% plus because of the COVID. That is a market we are today addressing. So video collaboration became an extremely important product to consider and a portfolio for you partners. Next slide, please. These are the room architectures we cater to, be it a huddle room, medium, large. Our portfolio is very easy to use, easy to maintain, and very easy to adopt too. These are the market segments which we have been predominantly been available for the products, and this is what helped us in our growth throughout these years into video collaboration. But what are the different type of solutions do we have? On the next slide, what you will see is our different types of solution which adopts into these room architectures, whether they are small room devices, whether they are medium room devices or large room devices. These portfolios can be easily picked up and you can able to employ in your meeting room solutions. While we have been extremely successful and our growth comes from these products, both on video and audio, during our discussions with customers, we did understand a huge requirement for customizable audio solution and customizable audio solution for certain reasons what the customer had. Now, while our solution are standard types with audio and video put together, there has been a very clear and specialized requirement for some customers. And they are because of certain reasons what we're going to explain from the next slide. It could be either be in education, let it be an auditorium or a university classrooms, or if in general, what we are seeing here is that while the camera can cover the whole meeting room, the audio system has to be specialized because the rooms what we were implementing the audio system, or the video system is very special. Now, if you look at these examples on your screen, there is no space to keep a microphone on the table. They are much more larger inside. These requirements are very specific. And on the next slide, what you would see is that There are certain boardrooms who request for a clean table. One, maybe because of aesthetic reason. Second, it's a mahogany table which they imported in. They don't want to drill the table. They want ceiling microphone, social distancing. They don't want to touch anything on the table. And also in corporate town halls, there are very specific identified market space where we saw a very much a requirement for customizable audio solution. So to cater to the customers, to ensure those customers are taken care of well, we started to look out for partners who can provide that customizable audio solution. And our search didn't take too long because there was a market leader already there in that space. What we wanted really was that audio solution, which is very simple, scalable, and consistent premium audio. Now, that is what we found in Shure. Shure, which has the confidence from the customers when it comes to audio. They are well known, they have a trust, they have the partners who are buying them already, trusting in them. We brought that two technologies together, the video angle of Logitech and the customizable, scalable, and consistent audio solution from Shure, put together for you for those kind of cases. I'm very proud this partnership happened. Sky is the limit. We are already working with customers. If you have those customers in those segments, please do reach out to us. But for more information, Riten, over to you.
Thanks, Abraham. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm Riten, Senior Application Engineer from Shure MEA. Hearing Chant and Abraham was very informative. Thanks, guys. As it's pretty much clear by listening Abraham that Logitech is industry-known, well-recognized brand for offering plug-and-play solution. And we at Shure are very excited to have this partnership. As you learned today that Logitech is offering their excellent plug-and-play video solution, including Rally Camera and Logitech Tab. So we decided to have the plug-and-play quick configurable solution for audio. Technically, this partnership can offer you the best plug-and-play audio solution for entire AV chain in larger spaces like classroom, training room, for conferencing environment. You know, when you run an AV conference call, you can have many issues like bandwidth, codec issues, video issues, meeting behavior issues, and audio issues. I'm pretty much sure that Abraham has solved your video issues by offering their solution. Talking about codec issues, it's manageable by having soft codecs like Microsoft Teams and Zoom. These codecs are great in offering user-friendly interfaces to complement easy collaboration for large spaces. Offering countless features, name it, you will find that there. And the great news is we, Logitech and Shure, are Microsoft Teams and Zoom certified, which is even offering more features to your solution. We'll talk about that. Now, the other issue, what we can talk and resolve is audio. Audio plays very important role in conference call. In a call, if video fails, you can still continue the meeting with just audio. But if audio fails, you can't run the conference call at all. We at Shure come from audio industry, and we would like to highlight how Shure can complement the audio in partnership with Logitech. So let's discuss. Just before that, a quick question. What do you need for effective video conference? What are the key essentials for having successful conference call? So the customer will most likely be interested in optimize the voice pickup coverage in new meeting setups, that is with social distancing, which most likely will look different with more space allocated between seats. Video conferencing solution with no messy cable and less hardwares. And audio intelligibility, smart and flexible solutions for various room sizes and shape. A system that companies can afford during the age of social distancing and remain efficient post the pandemic. To offer these essentials, we did the partnership and coming up with bundles. So here is the example of the bundles. Over here, you're seeing medium and large or training spaces. For medium conference room, we can offer our IntelliMix P300 table array or ceiling array microphones and our network Dante enabled ceiling speakers, that's MXN 5WC as solution. In terms of video, Logitech can offer their Rally camera with Zoom Microsoft Teams AV bundle. For larger or training spaces, We don't recommend table array. The bundle can offer our ceiling array microphone with IntelliMix P300 DSP along with our network Dante enabled ceiling speaker. Again, Logitech can offer their Rally camera with Zoom Microsoft Teams AV bundle for video. Now, I'm sure that those audience who are attending our webinar for the very first time, you will be having many questions like, what is ceiling array? What is table array? He said P300. What's this? And what kind of network speaker we are talking here right now? Don't worry, I'll answer all these questions. Also, as said at the beginning, Microsoft Teams and Zoom are great soft codec in offering user-friendly interfaces to complement easy collaboration for larger spaces. They offer countless features, and because of these, two are well acceptable in conferencing industry. Considering all these, we, Logitech and Shure, are Microsoft Teams and Zoom certified, which is even offering more features to your solution, and we'll talk about that. So now let's start to discuss our solution and their key feature. We start with our table array microphone, which is MXA310. The microphone, this microphone specifically offer single Cat5e network cable connectivity, managing control. Audio is via Dante. If you know, Dante is network audio protocol, and power is power over Ethernet. It has 4 independent polar patterns, which are steerable and configurable. You can change the polar pattern depending on seating layout and room ambience. Regardless of seating arrangement and room ambience, this microphone fits well in all the meeting environments. We also introduced a new polar pattern to the industry, which is toroid polar pattern. The shape of this polar pattern is like donut. It's having null or void on top of the microphone, which rejects overhead noises from HVAC, projector, or any other sources. So for example, if you have a noisy room, this microphone can fit well for your requirement. The slide here is showing the example of 10-seater table. The table is covered by 3 MXA310. You can see there are different numbers of polar pattern assigned with all 3 microphones. As you know that most of the users are taking precautionary measures and avoiding social gathering. The beauty of this microphone is you can still maintain the social distancing without changing anything in configuration and physical placement. It makes this microphone to be used in any flexible environment. Now, if you don't want anything on table and want a neat and clean installation with the most intelligible audio pickup, we can offer our ceiling array microphone, that's MXA910. This microphone offers up to 8 independent lobes. Lobes are like a spotlight, you can steer it on any talker or talkers of the room. Lobes are also having 3 different sizes, narrow, medium, and wide. It helps to cover larger spaces with almost similar intelligibility. The microphone comes with DSP built in, so it helps simplifying the installation. One of the cool features what I can talk about is autofocus technology. Autofocus technology helps in keeping the lobe to track to the voice of the talker, which assures the best pickup all the time. You're always covered. In this slide, we're trying to show how exactly one MXA can easily cover up to 10 chairs with 8 lobes. Talking about current situation, same microphone can also maintain the social distancing without changing any configuration and physical placement. The mic is on ceiling, so it's out of the reach of user, so it maintains the hygiene level as well. Now this is for 21-seater U-shaped meeting room with 8 lobes. And this one to manage the current situation. This slide is showing the classroom setup with one MXA910 covering lecturer and student, no mic on table, no physical mic connected with lecturer, and still everyone is covered. We say this as an invisible audio solution. And this one is to maintain the social distancing. In a real life, this is a future of meeting where everybody is going to maintain the distancing and intelligibility covered with our technology on ceiling as shown over here. So as you can see, this is the microphone. People are maintaining the social distance. Call is connected. There is a presenter and others are joining the call. And everybody is covered with best intelligibility what you can have with the microphone solution. Now, our ceiling array microphone comes with DSP built in, which is great. for small and mid size of meeting rooms if it's just one MXA 910. But for large and training room setup needs more than one ceiling array microphone. It's always recommended to have DSP if having more than one MXA 910 to manage AEC, noise cancellation, and auto mixing. So we introduced our IntelliMix P300 DSP to complement our MXA microphone to give the best out of it. Like MXA, it's connected with single Cat 5e cable carrying control, audio, and power. It offers 8 Dante input with IntelliMix DSP. We offer our own developed AEC noise reduction up to 18 dB and IntelliMix automatic mixing. IntelliMix is our patent auto mixing, which sounds great, and we are proud of offering such feature. Very simple installation, compact, half rack size. You can mount on the table, behind the display. Bracket is included. Optional rack tray is also there. It can easily connect with AV network. And as said, it's powered by PoE and PoE+. With the help of our designer configuration software, it makes our network solution plug and play. Just adding the DSP, microphone, speaker, and clicking on optimize button will auto-optimize all the processing block. In few minutes, the system is ready to go. IntelliMix DSP also offers the remote caller feature. If you're running on a conference call and wants to add someone who is not available in the room, just call via mobile and connect with 3.5mm jack, which is shown here. Yeah, 3.5mm jack of P300 and done. That guy is in for the call. You can bring your own PC, laptop and connect with USB or P300, and you can enjoy the intelligible audio offered by us. So it offers BYOD, bring your own device. So in this schematic, we're done with audio, which is almost like plug and play. Now, how about video? Just adding Logitech Rally camera and Logitech AV bundle, it makes the video as plug and play solution. Isn't it great? What else we need for running an effective conference? Audio via Shure, video via Logitech Rally Cam, and control via Logitech Tab, and we are sorted. We have exactly same setup here, and I'm going to demonstrate just after finishing a couple of slides. So bear with me. Now, let's talk about Teams and Zoom certification. Suppose I'm going to give you an example. Suppose there is no control system in the room and you are on a conference call and you mute the microphone and the codec interface is still showing unmute. The far end can confuse that people are talking but no audio. Likewise, if you mute the microphone using the interface of soft codec and microphone are still showing unmuted locally, local audience can confuse seeing microphone unmuted and they will avoid discussing confidential stuffs. It's happening because there is no sync between mic and soft codecs. We came up with mute sync feature in partnership with soft codecs like Microsoft Teams and Zoom. To show that, please have a look on this slide. So in this slide, you see there is a Logitech tab. I press the mute button. The moment I press the mute button, there is a USB connectivity from the Intel NUC PC, which is connected with the Logitech tab as well. And that sends the USB HID command to our IntelliMix P300 DSP, and it mutes to that. Now to show you a complete picture with microphone, you press the mute button here. It sends the USB HID command to our IntelliMix P300 DSP. It mutes to the DSP at the auto mixer side. In parallel, it also sends the command string to mute the microphone. So everything is in sync. Now, theory is okay. Now let me turn on my camera. I'm having, as I said, I'm having my setup here. So I'm gonna just demonstrate how exactly the mute sync gonna work in the real life. For that, I'll stop my presentation and turn on the camera. There we go. So I'm sure you can see the camera feed now. So over here, we on our left hand, on my left hand side is having Shure products, our MXA 310 table array microphone, Shure IntelliMix P300 audio DSP. On right hand side, you can see Logitech Tab control interface and Logitech Zoom MST AV bundle in Intel NUC PC. Right now, what I'm going to do, I will just press the mute button in Logitech tab. You see there is a mute button over there. I'm going to press there, and what's going to happen the moment I press here, it will mute to the microphone. So that's the sync. So let me do that and I'll come back to you. And definitely when I mute the microphone, you are not going to hear me. So yeah, so I'm just going to come back and explain what happened. Here we go. Okay, so I guess you saw that. So what I did when I pressed the mute button, the microphone was muted because it was sending the USB HID command to our Intel MX P300 DSP, and the DSP is sending the information to the microphone and it mutes it. Same way, if you see, I'm just going to go back to MXA 910 and I press the mute button. Yeah, so the moment I pressed the mute button, it was muting to the microphone which is installed on ceiling. And it's pretty much fair because you have to have something. If the microphone is on ceiling, you need a control from your table, right? So let me just go back to the next preset. So now what I'm going to do, I'll just do an other side. So I'm going to press the mute button in MXA 310, our table array microphone, and that's going to mute to Logitech tab, the Microsoft Teams call mute, and same time the MXA 910 is also going to be muted. So I'm just going to mute now, have a look. Yeah, so now I guess you saw that when I pressed the mute button, it was muting to the codec and the microphone as well. And I have unmuted now. Now, right now I'm speaking from the ceiling array microphone, what you see in the camera shot. Yeah, I believe my voice is loud and clear, intelligible as well. Now I'm going to turn off the camera and go back to the presentation. Now, what's next? So we discussed about microphone, we discussed about the DSP, we discussed about video. Now let's complete the complete chain. Now, what is missing? The output side. So we also got our network-based ceiling loud speaker. It's single Cat 5e cable connection carrying control, audio, and power. So power is PoE plus enabled. So when you have this connected, you don't need the black box like amplifier. Just connect with Cat 5e cable through the network switch and your audio is out there. So that black box is gone from your room. It offers Dante and AES-67 network audio. It is enhanced to have the great speech reproduction. And in terms of configuration, it's easy set. It offers the easy setup, quick plug and play by having our designer software. Yeah. So one more slide to show the pictures to see what exactly it looks like. It's also having bracket included, so you can install it out of the box. Now let's have a look on few schematics. Over here, you are seeing the example of medium room for 5 to 9 packs. One P300, two MXA 310, two network speaker, that's it. Logitech Rally Cam and tap for control. If you notice, there is no rack for such setup. Everything is locally connected via network and USB. Simple, but most efficient solution. Now for large room, you don't want microphone on table. Consider MXA 910 in this case. So the microphone is on ceiling, couple of network speaker, everything is on network switch, Intel MX P300 connected via Intel NUC, managing Microsoft Teams call, and the camera is connected via USB. And USB is also offering Logitech tab connection to do the control. Everything is just a very simple plug and play setup. Now for classroom and training room, you may need more than one ceiling array to cover the room. Couple of more speakers, but still the solution is plug and play with just few clicks on Shure Designer. It makes it fast and efficient, right? Now, let's summarize this schematic with consolidated solutions. So medium room, solution A is going to be like Logitech Microsoft Teams Zoom AV bundle, Logitech Rally camera, MXA 910 and Intel MX P300 DSP with our networked ceiling speaker. Solution B, if you don't want to have the microphone on ceiling, you have the flexibility to install the microphone on table, noisy room, MXA 310, just the microphone replaced. For larger room, you need a couple of more ceiling array microphone to cover large spaces. So 2, 3, 4, depending on the size of the room, number of ceiling array microphones, and rest all remain same. Logitech AV bundle, Logitech Rally camera, you're sorted. So let's wrap it up. Customer will most likely be interested in optimize the voice pickup coverage in new meeting setups, which most likely will look different with more spaces allocated between seats. So over here, 910 and 310 is going to take care of all these. Video conference solution with no messy cables and less hardwares, no doubt. Our network solution will help you reducing hardware and messy cables. Audio intelligibility, there is no doubt on audio intelligibility if you're talking with us, sure. Smart and flexible solution for various room size and shape. Our bundle is designed to offer that. And finally, the last one, a system that companies can afford during the age of social distancing and remain efficient post the pandemic. And the solution is not expensive like you think. Feel free to contact us to our sales team to get the pricing and offers. Now I'm going to hand over to Chant to discuss further. Thanks, guys.
Well, thanks, Ritin. I think now everyone is pretty much familiar with our solution and bundles. And I think we just introduced the future of VC application to our customers. So what you're currently seeing right now is our go-to-market model. So as an end user or as a customer, those bundles will be purchased through our certified resellers, mutual resellers between us and Logitech, Shure and Logitech. And whenever you want to get in touch for any questions or more details on these bundles and solutions we're offering, those handsome people here are your points of contact, depending on what regions you are from. And that's pretty much it from our side. Thank you very much for listening and joining. We'll leave the floor open for some Q&As, which will be taken care of our marketing team. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to start now with the Q&A. I hope you found the session useful. So let me go ahead and ask the questions. So we have a question here. I think this goes to Chant. Do you still manufacture magnetic needles for turntables?
Well, that's out of the blue, but no, we don't. We decided to stop that. It's been approximately a year ago, I think. But yeah, unfortunately we did, but it is what it is. Sorry.
Okay. Cool. Logitech products have microphones like Logitech Group or Logitech Rally. How does Shure microphones be integrated with Logitech VC systems?
Okay, I can take that one. Yes, of course. I mean, the Logitech, the AV solutions, which is Group, Rally, Meetup, does have the microphones and speaker. But when it comes to Shure, the bundling is around Rally camera only, and not with the speaker and mic, which is a Rally system. So the integration of that audio system goes directly into the compute device itself. So that means the camera is connected to the compute, and the solution from Shure is also connected to the compute. But if you are using one of the group systems or the Rally system, which already has an audio solution, if you want to use Shure system along with it, what you can do, as both the technology are certified by Microsoft and Zoom, all you got to do is change the settings, that is the audio settings, and pick Shure speaker and mic settings in the application. And that's all you need to do.
Okay, thank you. Another question. How can we have these products bundled together across the Middle East Africa region?
Yeah, so as our last slide showed, so basically we will be bundling these through some of the certified partners. As I mentioned in the slides, I think after this webinar, we'll be sending out a thank you email or a follow-up email, and we'll include all the contact person from both Shure and Logitech in those emails, so that you may get in touch with us to get more details on who these partners are.
Cool. Another question. We connect 4 mic, and while pressing on one mic to off, all the 4 mic goes off. Is there any solution to switch off one mic?
I can take that. Okay, so we are trying to offer you mute sync feature where you get the global control, right? So you press mute to one microphone and all others are going to be turned off, muted as well. But what you're saying that you don't want that feature, so you can disable the mute sync feature from yours from our setup, and in that case you are going to have the individual microphone control to mute and unmute. So that answers your question. Yeah.
Thank you. Is there training courses available on the products? One needs to know them well to be able to advise customers adequately.
Yeah, sure. So I guess from Logitech's side, it's simple. It's pretty much plug and play. But I think the question is more on the Shure side. Yes, we do have we have online certification. We have our portal, which is Shure Audio Institute. Again, we can share the link after the call. You can log in, create your own or free account, and you can get all the courses there with certification. So once you complete the course and you pass, you will receive a certification. We have different courses for different products. So, right, Abraham? I'm sorry, but based on our discussion.
You're absolutely right, Chant. But of course, and if our partners want to get trained on our product, it's a very great question, and and we have a new training module which we recently added to our partner portal. It was not available before. So if you are not a partner, just search for Logitech Partner Program on Google. You'll get the link. Just register yourself. Once you're an approved partner, which takes almost a day or two, a university is also available on the portal. But said that, as Chant mentioned, our products are quite straightforward. But said that, and if you need to know more, training module is available on the partner portal.
Cool, thank you, guys. Another question: can we use Dante Virtual Sound Card instead of P300?
I'll take that. Yes, and I can explain you how. If suppose you're having a small room where you just need one ceiling array microphone, yeah. So at that point, our ceiling array microphone offers you Dante output, so you can take that output via Dante Virtual Sound Card in your PC, and you just select that for your AV, Microsoft Teams or Zoom. But if you have more than one microphone, then Dante Virtual Sound Card is not gonna offer you the mixing. Yeah, so in that case, you need additional interface which can mix multiple microphones all together. And over there, we talk about having our IntelliMix P300 DSP or any USB matrix as well. And if you want to keep it through the software, we also introduce our IntelliMix Room software-based DSP, which is like a Dante interface only, but with all the audio processing like you get with our IntelliMix P300. So you don't need to install Dante Virtual Sound Card. You can have our IntelliMix Room software DSP installed in it. It's license-based, and you're ready to go with all the microphone mixing and the processing with that. that answers.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next question. Is the audio from the HDMI input on the tap routed to the Shure processor?
Sorry, Michelle, can you come back again on the question?
Sorry, is the audio from the HDMI input on the tap routed to the Shure processor?
No, that's not how it works basically. So the compute what we offer with the bundles, which is the tap bundle, which you saw a touch screen, right? On which the software platform can be enabled, disabled, and stuff like that. There was a compute behind it. It's a compute which connects to the cloud, whether be Teams or Zoom or anything. So it's a compute which needs the audio and the video input. So what Logitech does is that in our bundles with Shure, we input the video feed into the compute, while the Shure systems feed in the audio feed into the Nuke, while the Nuke combines them together into the cloud platform. I'm not sure whether I answered the question right, but that's the best I can say with that information.
Cool. Does Logitech and Shure have a local representative in Oman, Muscat?
The way we yeah, sure. So I think it's a very much a work in progress right now. This is our first announcement. Of course, we have distributors in all these regions. We have partners who are either Logitech or Shure. What we are doing is we are identifying partners who are both Logitech and Shure, and that process is still on. So I think it's a matter of time if you can reach out officially either to Chant or myself, and we can find you a partner in Oman.
Okay.
Chant?
Anything from Chant's side?
Yeah, that's fine. That's exactly what I wanted to say.
Okay. Will Shure provide the required documents for getting TRA approvals?
Yeah, so I guess again this is for the microphones. So those are already approved. So it's either us, Shure, or our distributor. So those are being taken care of. The products are landed and available in the country. So partners don't need to worry about this.
Okay. Who will do the customized solution? Is it from Shure or the VAR would do the designing?
So again, we have partners that can help you with the design, and both of us, Logitech and Shure, can help the customers design as well. So it goes three ways. If you have any requirements, you can send it to us, Logitech or Shure. We can help you with design and with the bundles, and we can route you through or to a preferred partner or a certified partner of ours.
Cool. What integration with other than Microsoft and Zoom, for example, Cisco WebEx?
Yeah, so at one of the point here, the bundles, if you closely have a look, is designed over Logitech tap bundles. Logitech has announced tap solutions for 3 vendors as of today: Microsoft, Zoom, and Google. So if you look at the perspective of Shure Audio on top of this, naturally they are working on these 3 platforms, and generally speaking, is Microsoft Teams and Zoom on this side. So tab bundles will be focused only on 3 vendors, and here we are focusing only on 2 vendors, Microsoft and Zoom as of now. Chant, if you have any other information, over to you.
For us as Shure, we work with all of these, or we're compatible with all of these vendors. But that being said, not all of them are certified, as in we don't have the mute sync functionality with them. But that's the only limitation. Other than that, everything works fine.
Okay, so we just have a question. It comes with a pair of mic. I'm not quite sure what he's referring to, but maybe you guys can answer.
So maybe he's asking about the bundle.
Okay, yes.
So the bundle those are just examples. It is a bundle. We can customize them however we want. But generally, if you're purchasing a microphone, the ceiling array or the table array, I assume, based on what you saw on the slides, they come in singles. They don't come in pairs.
Okay. Another question. The solution provided is great. Is it in the market to buy already? And do you provide test rooms in countries with the resellers or distributors for people to test before buying?
Abraham, you want to take that, and then I'll take.
Sure. Of course. I mean, tab bundles are is already available in all the market which we are supporting in. Especially, I'm here in Middle East and Africa, most of the countries, and you can reach out to respective Logitech representative to check whether we have demo units in that country. If you're talking about countries like UAE, Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, absolutely yes, because those are the countries I manage. I am aware of it. Saudi Arabia also. So you can reach out to respective Logitech representatives and they can help you with the demo units. So it is available, but of course, what we encourage a lot with partners is to buy their own demo kits as well. So what they can do, of course, is that be a part of the Logitech program, and to become a certified program, they of course need to buy a demo. So we do offer a great promos for buying demo kits, because nowadays video is the talk of the town, right? It always is good to have a product which sells during this pandemic crisis.
Cool. Rally camera has voice, motion control, and movement, or only with touch panel can be controlled and movements for classroom and meeting room solution?
All right. What we do have with Rally camera system is what we call as RightSense. RightSense is a technology built on a couple of aspects, and especially when it comes to camera, two aspects. One, which is the dynamic light management. When there's too much of light which is falling on the camera, there's a tendency for the camera to look to make the video quality becomes darker, as you all know, right? On the second side, the RightSense give a technology wherein we can frame and zoom automatically. That means if there is a single person sitting in the room, the camera understands that he is single and it can frame him, zoom automatically and auto frame the person. There are two people, then the camera can move back and put these two people within the frame. We do not do what typically the market calls active speaker technology. We don't focus on the person, because what we believe is that while you are on a video call, the idea is to see everybody, not just the person who is talking. So predominantly, we see the crowd or the mass goes for the group video technology. That means that they don't want to see the chair sitting around. They just want to see the people. And that's what we actually focus on. We do not have what they call as active speaker technology, which what we believe is a very, very niche area. Only a few people buy them actually.
Cool. Thanks, Abraham. Next question. As a partner, if we sell this Logitech/Shure bundle, then will we have to buy from two different sources or a single vendor? Like the distributor for Shure is NMK and Logitech is FEC.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, we have our own specialized distributors who are trained and certified on our product portfolios. Indeed, there will be two distributors in the region where you need to buy from. But end of the day, the distributors know how to support and give the products. But as Logitech and Shure, we can give you the directions on what specification you need to buy and stuff like that. So yes, there are two distributors. It will not be one at this point of time.
Okay, thank you. With the Logitech Shure NUC bundles, can we connect a guest laptop to the AV system using an HDMI and USB cable?
Okay, there are multiple scenarios for that. The question is, why would you want to connect a laptop? Now, scenario number one is that you are on a Microsoft Teams call, let's say, and you want to share a document. So naturally, you need to connect the NUC solution with a HDMI cable, which is offered within the bundle itself, and you can push the content from your laptop into the call via the tab solution. That's number one. Number two solution. There are cases what we have heard customers saying Microsoft is a solution which, let's say, again, Microsoft being the in-house solution, but the call is on Zoom for that matter. There are certain solutions by which, by connecting an HDMI and USB, the laptop in a way takes control of the audio video solution. But again, this is more very specific. This is case to case. I would recommend you to reach out to us. I think it needs a bigger, longer discussion to have. So please reach out to us again for more details on that.
Oh, thanks, Abraham. Okay, I think we've got a few more questions still. I hope we're not running over time. So Joyce, just let me know, but I'll just carry on. So Shure have great products, and also Logitech has great mic products, like your Rally and Blue. What is the added value for a Logitech reseller to propose Shure as a bundle to enterprise customers, especially in the education and healthcare verticals?
Yeah, I mean, Chant, I'll just put my thought process into it, and Chant, you can take it over from there. When it comes to education, especially when it comes to universities, what we see is that interaction between classroom students to whoever is on the video on the other side is quite eminent in the curriculum or also in the way of teaching. So what we have seen is that they do prefer Rally system about the audio and speaker, but then when we have seen a lot of universities who say we would rather want to use the camera, but we need more of a ceiling mountable mic system because we don't want to keep anything on the table. It was much more easier to maintain and stuff like that. So that is a very clear-cut segment, what we call as customizable segment, and more customers prefer that way rather than the Rally system, which has a speaker and mic. So see, end of the day, what as a reseller, what you need to offer is what the customer needs, and that is indeed the value add. So today with Shure and Logitech put together, we are able to give what the customer needs, keeping customer first, not just pushing a product which probably might work for him, but not what he needs. So the whole idea between Logitech and Shure is making customer first. I mean, getting their requirements satisfied the best way possible. That is, I believe, is the value add, right? Chant?
Yeah, I agree. Again, it was in one of your slides, Abraham, that you mentioned that the partnership is on the customized solution. Now, what does that mean? It means a lot of things. If there's a specialized requirement for a VC application, as you mentioned, a classroom seating or a multi-purpose room and so on, where a microphone cannot be on the table or is not enough to handle a large room, that's where we come in. So we do have a clear cut between both of our products. I know we overlap. I mean, we have a lot of microphone solutions, and we didn't mention any of them except for the ones that make sense in terms of application. So yeah, again, when it comes to the customer, I think you have to listen to your customer, understand their needs. If they don't want to go with a ceiling microphone or any not complicated, but advanced solution, then the complete Logitech solution works. If not, then we can work with the customized solution. So it all depends on what the customer needs, basically.
Cool. How do you compare the Dante ceiling speaker with the current speakers in terms of cost and performance?
So in terms of cost, I'll let Ritendra speak about performance and as a complete solution. In terms of cost, they're pretty affordable considering that you won't need to use amplifiers anymore. So the idea is, so Shure is a microphone manufacturer, and we definitely don't want to. We want to stay that way. We're proud of our heritage. Yes, we introduced a speaker, but what we did is we wanted to have a ecosystem. So basically, we wanted to have a plug-and-play solution. So that's why you notice that everything is on Dante. Everything is configurable on our designer software. So it's just drag and drop, and everything gets configured. So the idea is to have a Shure ecosystem rather than using our speakers with other solutions. That's not our intention. So price-wise, if you use the complete ecosystem, the whole solution would be much cheaper than having different manufacturers or products in one space. That's in terms of cost. Now, in terms of technical details, I think.
Yeah, I'll take care of that, Sean. So in terms of performance, you need to look on many things. First is the flexibility, ease of installation, area of coverage and all. So I'll give you a simple example, like if you're having a training room with 20 microphones of requirement, and if you go with a standard microphone analog, when you say Dante, so I'm just giving you a comparison with analog. So 20 microphones need 20 individual cables that should go to the mixer or the DSP, and then you do all the processing. With the help of Dante, ceiling array microphone or table array microphone, what we have shown here, single Cat5e cable connection. So it helps you in terms of installation and the connectivity. So single Cat5e cable and all your audio for 20-seater room is just via network. And then you go to the DSP through the network, get the Dante channel in, and then you configure. So it helps you to reduce the cabling and simplicity. And at the end, we are talking about the complete ecosystem where the microphone till the speaker, everything is through the network switch. No black box, no rack unit, no rack in the room. So that's how it helps you in terms of performance. Also, what I can add here is the encryption. So Shure to Shure, we offer encryption. When we talk about high-end boardroom, meeting room, and conference room, we also need to consider that the discussion, what is happening in the room is very confidential. And you don't want somebody like a network guru takes the audio output of the room and listen outside by having just a simple Dante virtual sound card. What we offer is the Shure to Shure network audio encryption in our ecosystem. So the audio from the microphone till the speaker is encrypted. So nobody else can jump in and take the audio output from that room. So that kind of performance and the feasibility and the flexibility, what we can offer when you talk about Dante and of course our solutions. So I hope that answers in terms of technical.
Cool. I think someone's asking, do you have a local representative in the UAE? Well, it's you guys that are on the call. So can we use a laptop instead of the tap device?
Absolutely, you can. It could be a little tedious to connect two systems, one from Logitech side as well as from the Shure side into one laptop, but technically it is indeed possible.
Cool. And then is Logitech Team certified?
Absolutely.
Yes, like we mentioned. Okay, so for remote areas application, do you have any particular Logitech Shure bundle products that can consume small data or internet?
Well, I mean, that depends. It's not us, basically. What we're doing is we're sending audio and video, and it's for the codec or your internet connection, I guess. We can't control that. We can't control the stream.
I think it's Teams, right? I mean, even if you have an office room, but the invitation on Teams is just a link. Anybody who is remote working can just click on it. And predominantly what people do, like I am doing right now, I have a headset, Team certified, and I have a web camera, Brio and headset Zone, and I just use it on my desktop. It's as simple as that. So remote working, that's what people generally use. But of course, I have seen people using a bit more, detailed solution with speakers and mic solution. But predominantly 90-95%, I see them using web camera and headset.
Cool.
Sorry, I might have misunderstood the question. Sorry about that.
Maybe
So
Chant, you might be right. Maybe it's me. It's either or.
Well, let's both agree to disagree.
Both
I hope he got his answer.
I hope so too. Thanks.
Cool. So usually the rally or group camera turns on to the person talking, but when there is Shure mics, how does the camera know where the mic is located and turns onto the person?
Well, again, there's a bit of a confusion there. When you are alone in the meeting room, the Rally camera has a feature to zoom and auto crop the video. That means you come closer. You don't have to use your remote control to zoom to you. It's automated. But then we are not focusing on active speaker. We don't consider that as a right solution to go with, because when you are actually spending money to get attached into a video call, we want to see everybody, because we believe 40% of the communication is non-verbal. Voice is important. That's why great vendors like Shure, we are also there. But non-verbal communication is also important. I'm an Indian. I shake my head a lot. Which way of me shaking is very critical. You need to see me to understand that. Yeah. So that's a point. But non-verbal communication is important. Everybody in that room is important. For a sales director to talk to his sales team, when he asks for the number, he needs to see the reaction of everybody. I'm just putting one scenario there. So video should be everyone. That's what we believe in. But then everybody doesn't mean that you need to see the chairs around it. So the video can be a bit more intelligent by cropping and zooming the video stream so that only you see the people in the meeting room, and dynamic too, right? If when there's two people and one person just walks off, automatically the camera sets up for the one person. So that's what we do. We don't do active speaker.
Cool. Thank you, Abraham. So there's another question to see if you have solutions that are ready to buy in the market. And do you provide test rooms in Lebanon with the resellers or distributors for people to test before buying? So a specific question for Lebanon.
Well, currently we don't. Given the situation right now, things are taking longer than expected. But we usually, so if we're talking about Shure only, we do, but not the bundles with Logitech. So what I would say is stay tuned. We're working on these centers. If you need any specific or if you have any specific requirement, we can definitely ask our partners to get in touch with you for a live demo at your premises or venue. Yeah, that's something we can probably do.
One of the great things what we are doing, which is also very important to mention, is that we are setting up demo rooms both in Shure as well as in Logitech Office. Right now, you saw that our products are in working in Shure Office. There will be a permanent setup. So those places where we cannot be, the best way possible is to do a opposite side demo where you can call into a room and see how the technology works. Chant, maybe a few points on that.
Yeah, we can support remote calling. That's of course a possibility. But if you want to experience it live in a live environment, then we are working on these experience centers. And yes, we do have these experience centers now in Dubai. One in our office at Shure and the other one at Logitech. But for remote countries such as Lebanon, as I mentioned, we will be having such application, depending on the partners, basically. We will be in touch with our partners to create those experience centers. If not experience center, then probably demo units where you can test and, well, try, basically. Let's put it that way. Keep in mind, the good thing about the complete solution is it's portable. It's, as we mentioned, it's plug and play. It's very simple. So it can fit in a briefcase. It can come to you. It can connect. All you need is an internet connection, and you'll be able to test the system.
Cool. Thank you, Chant. When we install Rally Camera Bundle, by default, camera not focused on the person who is speaking. Is there anything to upgrade for this?
Well, so basically, again, if you want the right sense feature, which is auto crop and auto zoom, you just have to, if the solution is not yet working, all you got to do is upgrade the firmware and install the Logitech camera setting on the device. So these two options are available. You can just ping them on Google is available, the steps to make sure that RightSense is switched on. So there is a process for that. Some of the older units are not shipped with the right solution, right firmware. So just upgrade the firmware and follow the procedure. Again, if you want more details, just reach out to me. I'll give you the links which is used to get it up and running.
Cool. Do you have special discounts for the non-profit associations when they want to buy your solutions for disability purposes?
Well, I'll probably give a quick answer to that. We don't sell directly to our customers. We're not a sales office. We do route our products to our distributors, but we can definitely support. We do support causes. Yeah, so in general, we can discuss this with our distributor, and we can work out special discount for these.
Same goes here. Yeah, same goes here too. Please reach out to us. So this Logitech is extremely supportive on these kind of courses. Do let us know. More than happy to help.
Okay, so we still got a few more questions. Joyce, can I still go ahead?
Please go ahead. We still have enough participants on the call.
Okay. So usually the rally or group camera turns on to the person talking, but when there is Shure mics, how does the camera know when the mic is located and turns onto the person? I think this one was asked.
Yeah. So the technology works on the camera. It's not the speaker, right? So it's a camera which knows how to do it because it's
I think that was
video
already
feed
asked
which
before.
is used.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rally camera autofocus zoom crop will work with all VC platforms.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a product feature. So whichever platform you use, it'll work. Absolutely.
Okay. Someone wants a contact of the reseller in Egypt. I'm sure we can, Abraham, if you want to mention any resellers.
I would rather take that offline. We can send the contact details. There are multiple resellers in Egypt. One of the booming markets of ours, actually.
Okay. Are you both planning to integrate your solutions with any display brand in the Middle East for education?
Logitech Partner Collaboration Program, while we are working with companies like Shure, Microsoft, and the software Shure like hardware, we also have a lot of partnership for interactive LCD providers. So do please visit our Logitech portal, where specifically Logitech Collaboration Partner, where you can find some of the leading collaboration interactive flat panel and LCD vendors who are part of our part of our collaboration platform. So it's already there. Just find your preferred vendor in our checklist of vendors there.
Okay, and last question. I hope I haven't asked this, but maybe he repeated this question. We need our rally camera. We need our rally camera to be ceiling mounted. Is there any collaboration required?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, yes, well, of course, you need to turn it upside down and fix it on the ceiling, but that's it. The camera is automatic. It automatically understands, like your smartphone, that it's turned around, and the video feed also will turn around. That means physically the product is designed to be put upside down from the ceiling. And even the mounting kit, especially the rally camera mounting kit, the design is such a way that you can mount it on the ceiling. So yes, it's automated. The product is designed in such a way.
Great. That's all the questions from my side. I give the floor now to Joyce. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Shure and Logitech team. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Sorry we went a little bit over time, but a lot of questions were coming in, and we wanted to make sure that we answered all of your questions. We hope you enjoyed the session. Thanks again for your participating. We ask you to stay tuned. In the coming week, we will be running a short survey for a chance to win a prize from Shure and Logitech. So stay tuned. We will be also sharing the recording of this webinar via email in the coming days. We will also mention all our contact details from the Shure and the Logitech team, and then you will be able to get in touch with them so you can find the preferred partner or the reseller to your country of choice. Thanks again for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you again soon in the future online. Thanks, team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.